welcome back to the channel. Today we're in a windy Lake District and we've got 3 Wainwrights. So it's Gavel Fell, Blake Fell, which is where I am now, and then down to Burnbank Fell. Right, let's check it out on the map. We begin this walk at Maggie's Bridge car park and head across the field to the farm. From there we start our ascent with Black Crag at our side. This climb will give us most of our ascent for the day, and the views open up to our left as we approach the summit of Gavel Fell. Once the summit's reached, we begin to descend and then ascend again to reach our second Wainwright of the day, Blake Fell. From here, we take a steady descent to Burnbank Fell. Once we've bagged our third Wainwright, the Loweswater views are spectacular. We start to work our way towards the Corpse Road, and this will take us to Holme Wood. We travel down in the shade and exit the wood at Loweswater's shores. From here, it's a flat walk to the finish point. We're starting off today from Maggie's Bridge car park, and that's at about 125 metres. So I've got a bit of the hike done already. Alison's with me today. Alison will be taking a few photos as she goes round, so if you want to see those on Instagram, then I'll put the link in the description for you. It's a bit of a sheepy start for us in the field, and then we're going to work our way onto the fells. This was just finishing off the fells today, isn't it? Yeah. Because there was a route we could have done with 5 of these, but we only managed 2 because we're a bit tired. So we did Hen Coombe, which is there, and Melbrake, which is over here. So that was our route on that particular day. Then we could have come over and completed these, but today we'll pick them up as a short walk, and this will take around about 4 hours. Dubbeck's just joining us at the side here, and we're going to work our way up onto Gavel Fell. So this is us, vehicles to the right, walkers and cyclists to the left. It's been a storm in the last few days, so quite windy today. Probably about 30 miles an hour or something like that. So hopefully it won't be too bad at the tops. We're going to work our way through the farm, and this is High Nook Farm, and then go past Black Crag, and then we'll get on to our first one of the day. We're heading over the bridge, down through High Nook Farm, and then we'll work our way around to Black Crag. You coming, you? Let that come. Once we're through the farm, we'll keep into the left of the beck, and then the raise is about 400 metres at the side of Black Crag. So shallow at first, then it gets a bit steeper. There we go. Path at this level is pretty straightforward. And you can see there at the side, that's Black Crag. At the side of me here, you've got Melbrake, then Hen Coombe further up. So I've got another video on those. If you want to see it, I'll pop a link in the description for you. We're doing this a bit later in the day because it was low cloud earlier, but it's just cleared enough for us now. This is High Nook back at the side of us, and we're going to follow that up the valley. Going to go through the gate, and you can carry on here. We're not, we're going to split off towards that faint track, which takes us to the left. What view? Oh yeah. Wow. It's a crack of that. So if I'm not mistaken, this will be Low Fell just behind us here. And there's 2 Wainwrights in that walk because I did that a little while ago, so I'll put a link in for that if you want to see it. Right, squeeze us through this gate. Ooh. That's a tricky one. Ugh. No. Ugh. No. Yes. This is definitely one of the quieter areas of Lake District, so if you want a quiet one, even in summer as it is now, this is a good area to come to. This is Black Crag directly ahead, and on the main path, I'm going to veer off and we'll just take this one up here. As we're going up along the ridge, across the top of Black Crag, when we come to the second part, we're heading around this here, but that's your ditch out option, is to come down there. Or if you didn't want to do this one, then you could go straight up the valley floor and then head round the back. On this walk, what we're really doing is walking around Carling Knot, which is behind me there. And that isn't a Wainwright, but everything pretty much surrounding it is. So I'm not sure why it's not included. We'll never know. Where we've come from, there's a National Trust car park there, but it's only small. So I think it holds probably 15 cars. But there's an overspill car park, which the farmers provided just after it. And that's a £3 donation into an honesty box. It is a bit warm because we're going up. We're going to get to 250 metres here, and then we'll just work our way up there. Something missing in the side. Looks like there's been a bit of lettering going on there actually, doesn't it? In the past, but I don't know what that is. Over here then, Low Fell, and that's got a good view over Loweswater. We've done that. Did you enjoy that one? Nice easy one, isn't it? And that's actually in my list of 5 easy Wainwrights for if you're just getting into it now. And I'll put a link into that if you want to see it. It's a video with 5 just quick ones. It's an abbreviated version of the walks, including Low Fell and the nearby Ranadale Knot, which is just over the other side of Melbright there. Get a bit wet round here. The path goes on straight, but we're going up here towards where Black Crag is. So you're working your way up along that ridge, and then we'll get to the top of our first Wainwright of the day. As usual, all the maps are in the description for you, so you just have a look at those and you can download those to your phone. And I've started to compile a few on All Trails as well. So there's a link into that, and if you want to join me on All Trails, then you'll see the maps there as I create them. Well, that's our first steady incline. As we climb up, Loweswater reveals itself. Probably just see it there behind me. There's Loweswater, just the edge of it. Wow. And over here, just a little bit of Crummock water. So it's a bit of a noticeable climb up on this one. Once you've got up here, that's most of our height for today, although it's not our highest fell. What do you think of the up? We were in Ireland last week and we did do the Cliffs of Moher, so you shall see that on a video. I'll put a link in for it if you want to see it. But now back to the stunning regular Lake District. Wow, heather's been coming out in our absence. Quite a few bumbles around. You matching that heather with your purple top?
Purple's the colour to be in.
Yeah. Got about 200 metres to go up, and just at the side you've got Hencoombe just appearing here. That's another Wainwright, and you can travel down there actually, and that'll take you back to the pub just down there. The track up here it is, fairly light but you can see it, so it's got some stones in. And what have you out to the side? As we head up, you can just see a few things appearing. So in the gap there is Fleetwith Pike. Then on this side, you've got Red Pike, and then over to High Stile and High Crag. In the distance over to the side, you can just see Pillar. So you can see a good range of the western fells on here and the northwestern fells. It's a great little walk out. So we're just levelling off now for the last probably 75 metres up. wind is getting up, but the views are coming out. You see how fast the clouds moving there? That's not speeded up. That's how fast it actually is. So it feels like about 40 miles an hour. Hello. There's Alison camouflaged in the heather.
Yeah.
Then we're just to our summit over there. You alright? Admiring the view.
Yeah.
Oh yes, what a view. Absolutely.
Thank you.
On the tops here, fair warning, a little bit mucky, so just watch your footing as we skip our way through the marsh. Then we're back to a more solid path. Woo. Stay on the high tufts. Alison's just getting a few photos here. You can see those on Instagram. But down here, you can just see Buttermere and then Fleetwith Pike. Over to the side of it will be Haystacks, and that's the last resting place of Wainwright, where he's sprinkled over in Owenett Town and the other bits to the top.
I like Fleetwith Pike. It's a good run, that, isn't it?
Which one? Fleetwith Pike? Yeah, it's a good run. I've got a video on that if you want to see it. Pop it in the description for you. But yeah, it's a good one. So up Fleetwith Pike, over to Haystacks, and then back down via Buttermere. That's a great little run.
Yeah, you like that one, that.
One of your toppings. Yeah, it's a nice steady climb. Past the Fanny Mercer Memorial. Here we go then. Past this cairn, a little bit further on, we'll be at the top. Not quite it.
Oh, what?
Top up there.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And a bit of a drop down, about 20 metres, and then we're on our way up again. That's the final summit up here. Yeah, and we know from previous experience it is a bit squelchy down here because it's the same stuff we came to when we were doing Hen Combe in that valley there. So a bit marshy underfoot. Only for a short distance, and then we're up to the top. That squelchy section's about 50 metres. Then you're alright because we're going up again. Gavel Fell's just ahead of us. If we did do those 5 we were talking about initially, we're doing this first one over here, Melbrake, then Hen Combe, then down into the dip, up here, it's Gavel Fell, then working our way across, and then round the back, and then eventually find ourselves back at the car. Although they are fairly low, that's quite a big walk, so we'll split this into 2. So you can do either. If you want to do this as 2 parts, then just have a look at the other video as well, and you'll see that one. And they're 2 quite easy ones to do, probably half a day each. So for this, it's around about 4 hours. Now Alison's gone round, but the official path is over this, but clearly a bit mucky. Just try and sidestep a little. That'll do. There we go. Yeah, a little damp on the boots, but it's all right. The final run up's about 50 metres. Just pop this jacket on because it gives me a bit of wind protection. I always keep one in the bag just in case. Because at this time of year, it's about 18 degrees today, so that's all right. Quite warm actually, especially if you're going up. But yeah, one of these will keep the wind off you because when we're not in the shelter bit, it is a little bit windy. There we go, he's having no trouble. Once we're around the top, you can see the summit cairn just to the side here, and that's Fell and Fell Pike in the distance. A little style to get over, and look at the plateau out there. Oh, you're alright. Wow, so this really is the edge of the fells, and it's a windy edge to the fells as well.
Windy Wainwright.
It is a windy Wainwright, yeah. There's a couple of things there to help us out. Bit of wood to walk on. Stick to the edge here because it's a bit boggy. There you go. Right. So that is our first Wainwright of the day, Gavel Fell. Just need to tap the top. Wow. It's a windy one, isn't it? Got it? Just about, there you go. Got it. Right.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So although one app is telling me this is the top, that is higher over there, so I'm going to head over there. Oh, marshy. There you go, there's a little indicator for us. I don't know if it's going to help though. What do you reckon? Try it. Not much option really. Can I go over here? Yeah, that's not too bad. So, it is a little bit marshy in this part of the lakes. I personally would say this is the top of the fell. There's not really a marker I can see. Not to worry. I'd say the highest bit here is this. Yeah. It does seem unmarked, but this is the top. What do you think of that?
Well, it's disappointing.
Never mind, we've got a bigger one for you over here. It is worth saying it's really quiet on this route. We've seen one group of 4 people and that is it. And I don't think we'll see anybody else. Although the car park was full, there are other routes around here and therefore it's more likely they've gone up somewhere like Low Fell instead of here. But if you're Wainwright bagging, these are a must. And I'd say this split of the 2 and then the 3 is my preferred way of doing it. So again, up to you, you can do it as a 5 or as a 2 and a 3. Down to the dip, and for this one the western fells might be some of the last fells you do if you're doing the Wainwrights, because they're quite far out for most people. That's why we're doing these sort of last for myself. And if you are around here, I'll put some accommodation information in the description for you and you can have a look at that if you wish. But we're not that far from Buttermere, and equally it's only a short distance over to Keswick, and that's probably the biggest town around here. So, plenty of accommodation around that area, or there's some quite locally. Oh dear, that's wet. Now, the question is, can I walk this pole or not? We don't know. That doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't. Do what I do, be sensible.
I'm going to go round. Alison's gone round here. It looks far more sensible. Whoop. Still got to be nimble. Worth pointing out when you get here, that's a bigger looking path, but it's going to take you miles out of the way, so you take this direct route and that'll get us up to the top. Black Fell's our biggest Wainwright of the day, and that's going to take us up about another 110. Then that's our peak for this walk. Then we'll start to work our way down. As you're going up, you've got this absolutely fantastic view out there. So that is towards the northwestern fells. Wow, look at that. So out to the side, we've got Grassmoor and then Whiteside over here. But for now, we're working our way up here. Are you checking your heart rate? What is it? 145. I'm on 115. Alison doesn't believe me. I'm powered by sausage rolls. It's a breezy one. Just see the plateau there, out towards the Irish Sea. What? What's that? That's Cobra Moss. We did this a bit later in the day because it was clagged in earlier, but look at that. It's really lifted now and will become really high. So just on the top of Gavel Fell Pike there's a little bit of clag, but that is pretty much it. It's a bit on top of high style there as well. But yeah, we have definitely got the best part of the day. Cracking view out there to the Irish Sea. For us today, just a little bit further up. These aren't the high ones, but the main contender today has been the wind for sure. It's pretty breezy. Not brought me wind speed measurer out. What's that called? Wind speed measurer?
Windometer.
Windometer. I forgot. Someone will tell me. Put it in the comments. I've forgotten. Woo! We're working our way off Black Fell, then on to our final one, Burnbank Fell. It's just ahead of us over here, so in sight, really easy to get to, and we'll drop down out this wind.
What's that one?
What's that one?
Yeah, that where we were.
No, that's Carling Knots. That's not a Wainwright. So effectively, this whole walk just takes you around Carling Knot in a loop, and then back down to the water. The wind's dropped quite a bit as we're coming down here. And that, as I say, it's been our main contender today. If you've done this walk, then just let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And if you do it after watching this video, let me know if this was any help. This section I'm going through now is a little bit marshy, so fair warning, have a good pair of boots on you. There's a bit of a helping hand sometimes as we go across. Oh, I'll say it's a wet one, but if you're doing your Wainwrights, you've got to do them. So it's up to you how you do it. When you're coming down here, the actual path is quite close to this fence line, so I know you'll probably try and dodge a bit of the watery stuff, but equally if you keep in mind the fence is where the actual path is, then that'll keep you on the straight and narrow, and we're just working our way over there. Sometimes I get people asking me, is that suitable for dogs or suitable for beginners? And this one, apart from being a bit wet underfoot and a bit breezy today, there's no exposure in it, so it's quite an easy one to do and just go around. But this is the tail of a storm today. We had a storm the last couple of days, that's why it's a bit windier than usual. So normally, good conditions, but I'd say a little bit wet in places. And if you have done this, just pop it in the comments and let me know what the conditions were when you did it. That gives people more of an idea, then we can share that to get prepared for the mountain. Anyway, let's crack on a little bit and get up to our third one. This is our first gate of the day.
Oh, we had big gates.
We had a big gate, oh we did. Our first fell gate of the day, I think. There we go. Might have had one earlier. You'll know from the video. Nearly at the summit, and as we're coming up, you do get the odd tree starting to appear on the landscape. Down there, you get some more forested area. If you look back, you can probably see a few of the trees dotted around. This area does have managed woodland, and it's quite near to Wild Ennerdale. And again, with Wild Ennerdale, that was sort of monoculture for a while when they replanted it, but now they're going more towards a deciduous woodland, and it's being replanted. And with a native species, it should look a bit more natural in the landscape. And that's one of the things that Wainwright complained about in his book about Wild Ennerdale, is that it was just monoculture, but that's about to change. There we go, at this intersection, This is Burnbank Fell, Wainwright number 3 for the day. Dude. Oh no, you've broken it.
Won't get that on camera.
There you go, I'll get it like that.
There you go.
It's fixed now, you didn't see anything. So this is where we've come from, Blake Fell to Burnbank Fell, just here. Now we're going to work our way back down to the valley. Here we go then. There's no stile on this one, which is a bit unusual. Where's the stile gone? You want to watch that? Barbed wire. These, out of interest, you'll see all over the place. Do you want a hand? There you go. Yeah, so maybe not the best of ways to get across. There's no stile on this corner, so it's difficult to know what to do, but I guess we just try and be positive about it. Great view as we're looking down. And you can see the valley floor just below us. Once we get over here, we'll get a peek of Loweswater. Now we'll drop down a bit. The wind's really dropped off, but we still get those fantastic views over here towards Whiteside. Do you need to do it? Yeah, you do. That's all right. Yeah, from this one, just to familiarise yourself with the area if you don't know it, Buttermere is just around the corner here. So you'd have quite a short one there from Ranadale Knots at the side, and then this is going to take you into the larger ones in the area. As we're coming down, we've still got these views over Grassmore in the distance. Crummock Water will be below that, and then round the corner is Buttermere. Yeah, that's the look as you come down. So we're heading down to Loweswater. This is Crummock Water over here, and you can just see the edge of Loweswater there.
Insta ready.
It's Instagram shots coming up. Oh, you're alright. Yeah, it's a little bit boggy still, but it's fine. So what we'll do, we'll work our way down towards the forested area, and we'll finish it with a little woodland walk. Yeah. Oh, I've got some belted Galloways over there. See the cows in the distance. Yeah, you can tell the wind, see it whipping across Loweswater. Once we get down here, we'll come across the Corpse Road, and there's a few corpse roads in the Lake District, and that's where you'd carry the body in the coffin to the burial grounds, because in ancient days you had to be really buried in holy ground to be safe. And there's a few of those around the Lake District. I've done another one which is near Ambleside. It's the one between Ambleside and Grassmere, because the church in Grassmere is older, and so the population of Ambleside would have had to go and use that corpse road. And on this one, it'll take you down to the church, which is in Buttermere in the distance. Hello, Alison. What are you doing?
I'm admiring the view.
You're admiring the view. Do you want a minute to admire the view?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Easy. All right on that. This is a little bit sort of loose coming down, but if you take your time, it should be absolutely fine. And you can see the Corpse Road is just below us there. That's what we're aiming for. You can really see how this is the edge of the fells when you come to it. There's the furthest one west, yes. So this is Burnbank Fell, and then nothing after that. So the Corpse Road is just coming here, and we're going to work our way along there. Gear wise, as usual, all the stuff I'm using, I'll put it in the description for you. So if you want to use any of that, you can do. And Alison's got some knee tape on today, which you can't see, because it's sort of low level.
Doesn't help my ankles though, does it?
No, you still have to watch your feet though. But coming down slopes like this, Alison normally has problems if she's not got the knee tape on. So if you do have problems with your knees, that is really useful for you. And again, I'll put it in the description for you, so that'll help you out if that's a particular issue of yours. This is the Corpse Road that we've met, and we've got a little stile to get across.
Big one.
Well, that's a big stile, yeah. There's our handy indicator. There's two paths. One goes this way and one goes down. But for us, we're going down. Yeah, weather's perked up, which it was going to do during the course of the day. And I would have done this maybe a little bit later still, but I've got band practice in about 2 hours. So, gotta get back. Once we're on the Corpse Road, it's an easy walk back for us, and we'll soon get down to the wooded area.
Ferny.
Ferny it is. We've got this nice wide path. There's our view as we come along. As you can see, this last section, really easy transition into the woods, if we can get past that cow. There's a stray belted Galloway there. Why? I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? Hello. Yeah, they're fairly friendly. They're amongst my more favoured cow variety. They're a bit more placid. As we get towards the end of the walk, a couple of great features still to see. You can probably hear one now, as this is Holme Beck coming down. Look at that. And from Holme Beck, we'll work our way into Holme Wood. What we've done is travelled along this side on the Corpse Road, and now we're just taking this and we'll get a view of the wood once we get over here. Okay, there is a trail that continues up on this side of the wall. We're going through the wall via this gate into Holme Wood. Oh, notification, tree disease. So this is Forestry Commission area. Rowan tree there with its berries out. Again, there's another split in the woods, but we're taking the lower path because we're getting down towards Loweswater. This high level route gives us a great view over Loweswater as we're coming across, and then straight ahead there for Grassmoor. Straight down. Yeah, we do meet a couple of paths as we come across, but you're actually just staying on the same trajectory, so just straight across them. Thanks for watching the video to the end. If you got some value out of it, it really helps me to click on the like. And equally, if you put a comment on, or if you're not subscribed, if you click on subscribe in the corner, if you want to see more of these, and all those help to push the channel out to more people and grow it, so we can spread that benefit to other people. All right, we're heading down now. It's a woodland walk to finish, then we're back at the car. Here's another of those paths. Straight on again. You all right?
Yeah.
Looking at permissive path, yeah. And again, straight across. Getting a bit busier down here. We're coming straight out of Holme Wood and towards Maggie's Bridge. There we go, brought out at the shores of Loweswater. Lakeside walk from Loweswater to finish. What do you think of the walk?
Yeah, we're good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, quite a bit to do. So you've got 3 Wainwrights, you've got the woods, a little bit of water action at the end. So, yeah, everything. So yeah, just get out there and enjoy it. There's no danger on this one. There's no exposure or anything like that. There's just a bit of a soggy bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Apart from that, all good. So I'll catch you on the next video.